You talk too much.
Tell me your name and I'll stop.
And why would I do that, when there are far more enjoyable ways to make you stop?
His name is Agalaeus.
I can't believe you, Lucifer.
What? You should be thanking me.
All right, Richard, we confirmed your alibi with your neighbor. You're free to go.
How did this happen? Poor Sandy.
Who's Sandy?
Dr. Shaw's wife, Alexandra. Her friends all call her Sandy.
And you're friends with your therapist's wife.
So how open was his relationship therapy?
No, it's nothing like that. That's just how the Shaws are. They go above and beyond. I just ran into her 2 days ago. Sandy was planning a surprise for Dr. Shaw and everything.
You ran into her 2 days ago. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Alexandra told us she was in Phoenix. Checked her alibi. She had plane tickets to prove it.
What was the surprise?
I don't know. She just asked me not to tell Dr. Shaw she was in town.
Uh-huh.
You can't think she did this.
So you're the doctor.
Oh, call me Linda.
I've seen that look in women before. Won't end well.
What won't?
Sleeping with my boss. You'll end up like all the others. Trash left by the side of the road.
Interesting.
What?
Well, I find people who are rude usually feel powerless in their own lives. Terrified of not being in control. But that's not you, I'm sure.
I like you.
Doctor, what a surprise.
What are you doing here? I thought you asked me to meet you here.
That was me. I felt like it would be good to get your input on the case.
That's a good idea, actually, especially since our last suspect almost ended up sidewalk art. Turns out Mrs. Shaw flew to Phoenix, but rented a car and drove back a couple days early.
So dear sweet Sandy was here just in time for the murder.
Wait, Alexandra Shaw goes by Sandy? The doctor had a female patient who was stalked by someone with the initials SS.
He used initials in his notes?
I found it odd as well. Why conceal someone's identity in private notes? But I thought it wasn't related, so I...
Unless SS stands for Sandy Shaw. If she was stalking one of her husband's female patients...
Then maybe Dr. Shaw was engaged in his own open relationship therapy.
Sandy found out, so maybe she wasn't okay with it as she claimed. Excuse me. Decker. Yeah, this is 831. Oh, yeah, tell him I'll... And he wants me to meet him at my place. So apparently it's urgent.
Oh, how convenient. What next? He spills something on his shirt and he has to take it off. Oh, no, the trousers too.
What?
Well, so that's it? You just go running as soon as Dan calls? What about the case?
This could relate to another case I'm working on. There's units looking for Sandy now. Once they find her, they'll call me. Bye.
Unbelievable. You see what I'm dealing with now, don't you?
I think I do, actually. It's worse than I realized.
Thank you.
Hey, Dan. What'd you find out?
Surprise.